What is poppin', fam? Spanik here, coach of your Alabama Crimson Surf, and this is my draft analysis for the ICBA. It is another Wi-Fi league I am doing, and this is probably going to be the most competitive league I have ever played in. There's a ton of great battlers here. Got a bunch of guys from the NPL, and a bunch of guys in the NPL. Bunch of competitive leagues there. I think GSC is another one that a few guys are in. And in fact, UCL Season 2 champion 6-foot Hacks is in the league. In fact, I play him week 1. Getting thrown right into the fire right away. So the draft format was standard GBA. Except we were limited to certain megas because not every mega is released currently, and we couldn't use Mega Metagross, MegaCon, and Mega Mawile. MegaCon and Mega Mawile we were on the fence about, but we decided to ban both of them. And Mega Ments we couldn't use either because they're OP as hell. So we couldn't use any of those mons. But instead we did unban some certain mons that we put in the S tier that pretty much took the place of the Mega slot in GBA format. Like, GBA format has Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, 2 Tier 3s, Tier 4, Tier 5, the Mega slot, and then 4 free slots that, you could fill in with 400 points. Yeah, we replaced the Mega slot with an S tier. And in that S tier, we put all the Megas. We put all the Megas that are currently available, plus some other mons like Pheromosa, Tapu Lele, Kyron Black, Magirna. Kyron Black, Magirna. I know they're supposed to be Tier 1, but we had to put them S tier to prevent people from getting broken shit like Tapu Lele plus Kyron Black. Yeah, I was having none of that. So that's why I had to make Magirna, Kyron Black S tier. Deoxys Speed, Deoxys Defense. They were also available. Protean and Battlebond Greninja. They were also available to be drafted. So we had the 13th pick in the draft, and 13 out of 16th pick in the draft. I was okay with that because I figured I knew from the start I wasn't getting some broken ass mon like Tapu Lele or something. So I was like, all right, let me look at S tier, maybe see what falls to me. I was immediately eyeing Darkrai. Because, we allowed Darkrai, and that thing it's okay, but I could have seen that falling down to me at 13. I initially wanted that. But, as you can see from the bonds here, you get a glimpse of what I've drafted. Pheromosa fell to me at 13. I was honestly surprised that Pheromosa fell to me at 13, because this thing gets the BOOSHT, which allows it to boost a stat when it gets a kill. And I know it has the defenses of a wet piece of paper. But look, 137 attack and special attack. Pair that with 151 speed. Jesus Christ. This thing is it's fast. It can outspeed slow Scarfers. And I'm pretty sure it's the fastest thing that's not a Mega. Actually, it might be the fastest thing that's not Ubers. Because 151 speed, you outspeed Mega Aerodactyl, you outspeed Mega Zam. Yeah, so this thing it's fast and hits hard, but it can't take hits. It just really can't take hits. But the Beast Boost could be used on the physical or special side or even speed to outspeed any Scarfer in the game, really. Because it gets good. Bug Fighting is a really good offensive typing. Not the greatest defensively, but when you have base 37 defenses, you really are not going to take hits regardless. So you might as well just have a good offensive typing with Bug Fighting. It can even be Spinner. It gets Rapid Spin, gets High Jump Kick, gets Ice Beam, gets, High Jump Kick, Ice Beam. Lunge is interesting. Poison Jab, even you can catch Fairies off guard. Rapid Spin, like I said, it can even set up a Quiver Dance. It gets Taunt, too. This thing's pretty good. It's a really good mon. I'm honestly surprised it fell to me at 13. Like I said, I was thinking Darkrai would, but actually Leo, Season 2 UCL champion, he had the 16th pick and he got Darkrai. So he had that. And also, I was also, okay, so that's Pheromosa. Immediately I was thinking, okay, Munium Z was allowed in this league, and I was thinking, all right, I have an early pick round 2. Mew might fall to me, and Genesis Supernova Mew paired with Pheromosa, that'd be awesome, because Pheromosa can't take hits. It's beat by priority. Being able to block priority with Psychic Terrain, that really helps Pheromosa out. But unfortunately, Leo sniped me of... Leo 6-foot hacks, he sniped me of Mew, because he took Mew at his second pick. Yeah, he took Darkrai Mew at his first 2 picks. Oh my god. So when it came back to me, I was like, alright, how do I pair Pheromosa well here? Oh, Tapu Koko. Might as well get the fastest pivot alive to Volt Switch around everything. Yeah, Tapu Koko I really like the Pheromosa, because Pheromosa has a quad weakness to flying. Tapu Koko, being a fast electric type, could really handle the flying types well. Deals with bird spam, which could threaten Pheromosa because of its electric stab. Electric terrain is really nice because it boosts the power of electric moves. And Tapu Koko has decent offensive capabilities, so 115-95. But that boost really helps it. But it has a good physical move pool. It gets Brave Bird, gets Wild Charge even for stab. Nature's Madness is a really nice move because you think that Celesteela is coming in on this thing, take 50% from that. Gets Screens, gets Roost. Could even run Calm Mind if I wanted to be able to set up with this thing. Because it gets Gleam, gets U-turn, Volt Switch. This thing is actually a really good pivot. Fast offensive pivot. Really, Pheromosa really likes those fast offensive pivots because it allows you to get momentum. Like, let's say someone switches in something in Tapu Koko, I could click Volt Switch or U-turn and then get into Pheromosa and get my BEASHT BOOSHT. Shoutouts to Joey. So that's Tapu Koko, really. That's all it does. It's a fast electric type. Fairy's a nice typing too for it. I know it gets Dazzling Gleam, but it really doesn't hit hard from special side. It's just really fast. That paired with Pheromosa gives me really good speed tiers off the bat. And I noticed that a lot when I draft. I have really weak speed tiers. If you've seen my other teams in my other leagues, my speed tiers are not really that good. Because really, I've been drafting just Weavile and calling that just, yeah, there, I have good speed. I have good speed, I have Weavile. But here, that all changes, because I've drafted 2 fast mons off the bat, because my playstyle in Oras was more bulky offense leaning towards balance, but that really hasn't been working out for me in Oras, in Sun and Moon so far, so I'm switching it up now. And that feeds into my 3rd mon as well, Dragonite. We had this thing tier 2, I couldn't say no to it. I felt like I needed a wall breaker. I didn't care physical or special. I was tossed between Dragonite or Hydreigon for this spot. But later on, I do get a better special wall breaker. You probably already saw it. But Dragonite, I wanted Dragonite because of the setup option. Because, yeah, I have Pheromosa I could break. Pheromosa kind of does both wall breaker and setup. But it's really mostly going to be a wall breaker. So I felt like I needed the setup option more. Dragonite does give me that with the Dragon Dance. 2 good abilities here, Inner Focus and Multiscale. And Dragonite, and one thing about Dragonite, it's one of my Z-Mons. We were only able to pick 3 Z-Mons, and Dragonite is one of my Z-Mons. The other two I'll reveal later on. Dragonite is one of my Z-Mons, and because of this outstanding move pool, look, there's Hydro Vortex right there with Aqua Tail. You could do Sub-Zero Slammer with Ice, with Blizzard. Even Ice Punch, that's what I wanted to say, but Blizzard was over here. Could be both physical and special, because 134 attack, 100 special attack, decent bulk with the ability Multiscale, allows you to be able to switch Dragonite in to take a hit, and then I could get a Dragonite up. Priority with E-Speed, really nice with this thing. 80 speed's not bad if you're just trying to set up and sweep, but also you have E-Speed with priority, so even if you don't have speed something at +1, you can hit him with the +1 E-Speed and blow him away. That's what the old Dragonite does. It can nuke something with a Z move, or just set up and sweep. Or I can run like a bulky set because it gets things like Roost. This pair of Tapu Koko is really going to be nice. Dragonite does like pivots. Does like to be brought in very nice situations where I can set up. Tapu Koko could allow that. Even Pheromosa could allow that because it gets U-turn. Now for round 4, I saw immediately bulky waters were flying by. I still needed my tier 3, and bulky water tier 3 Militic. I've seen this thing used. I've had this in one joke league where I just drafted a stall team. Militic actually really came in handy for that league. I dropped after week 3 in that league because I didn't like the commissioner that much, but Militic was nice. Let's just say a kid in that league drafted 4 Intimidators, and I brought competitive Militic on him. Because, yeah, even the Flame Orb nerf really helps Militic out because of Marble Scale. Because Marble Scale, if you're a statist, raises your defense by 1.5. So that's a +1 boost. And the Burn nerf allows you to take less damage when you're burned, while at the same time getting that defense boost. So you take only 6% damage instead of 12%. Then that damage really helps Militic. And you don't even need to worry about recovery. You get recover with Militic. It does get reliable recovery. Doesn't really get the greatest setup, but then again, it's a Militic. You're really not going to set up with this thing, even though it has decent special attack and speed for a wall. Base 100 special attack, that could still do damage. Manaphy has base 100 special attack. If you want a surprise, like maybe an Intimidator with an offensive set, you can run competitive, get a +2 boost. In base 100, even no investment at +2, that's going to do some damage. Pretty solid move pool with Skull. Pretty solid move before a wall. You get moves like Skull, dual screens. I know this thing gets Mirror Coat, and that could really be helpful, because let's say you want to run full Fizz Def, but he has like one special threat. You can run Mirror Coat and just deal with it fine, because you have base 125 Spid Def at 95 HP. You're still going to be taking nothing from special hits. Oh, I wanted to use this mod again in a real league, and boom, got it here. And next mod should come as no surprise. One of my favorite mods in league format, Donphan. Ah, yes. The mascot of the Crimson Surf himself. Bison the Shiny. Oh, I forgot to reveal my nicknames. Oh, God. I'll reveal my nicknames when I'm done going over the mods. I'll just go back and reveal my nicknames. Yeah. So we have Donphan here, and really my other draft recaps, I go over Donphan fairly well. It appears on all my teams because it's one of my favorite draft league mods. Could be bulky, could be offensive, rocks and rapid spin. Nice utility, solid tier 3, definitely 10 out of 10 recommend. I just go over this mod so many times because I draft it so often. It's a good mod, I love it. So that's pretty much what I can say on Donphan. It's good utility, hits hard as well. Very nice move pool. It's not my other Z-Mod, but it's not one of my other Z-Mods, but this is. Starmie, motherfucking Starboy. What? How could this thing fall to me round 6? It was there. I had the points for a tier 1 and freeze. I needed a special attacker. Starmie was on the board. I took it. And it is one of my Z-Mods because it has an insane move pool. Yeah, this thing's not really the wall breaker, but it is fast. So I have 3 really fast mods with Starmie, Pheromosa, Tapu Koko. That gives me some really nice speed tiers right off the bat. 100 special attack again. Same special attack as Militic, but Starmie is run more offensively. It does get rapid spin. I feel like I really fit well with the team. I do have 2 spinners off the bat. Because I have Starmie as a spinner, I don't have to run a rapid spin on Donphan, meaning I can run something. I can run like a move or something. Like let's say he has like a fairy or something. I can run Gunk Shot on Donphan and be able to nuke it, or Seed Bomb on for like a bulky water. And even if I could run, and even Donphan, I can run rapid spin on Donphan and be able to run Starmie Choice Specs or something. Because Choice Specs Starmie is a pretty good nuke. It hits really hard even with the 100 special attack. But then again, like I said, Manaphy's 100 special attack. I have a lot of screeners on this team. Tapu Koko gets screens, Militic gets screens, and Starmie gets screens. I think a few more picks down the line even get screens. So those are my first 6 picks. Now before I get to next 7, before I get to 7 to 11, I'm going to reveal the nicknames for these. Pheromosa is going to be named BOOSHT. Then again, I'm doing this on Showdown. They might change if they don't fit on Wi-Fi. I don't know the character limit on Wi-Fi. So they might change with the carryover to Wi-Fi. Tapu Koko is gonna be named Cocoa Puffs. just because it's Tapu Koko Puffs. Dragonite is gonna be named Night Night. Shout out to MV. I just love that nickname for Dragonite, so I'm using it. Milotic is going to be Beauty Snack. No, Smexy Snack. Yes, that's better. Smexy Snack. Milotic is going to be Smexy Snack. Donphan, of course, shiny, named Crimson Surf in all caps. I think that would fit. I think Crimson Surf fits. And Starmie is going to be named. It's just going to be Starboy. I unfortunately can't do motherfucking Starboy because of the profanity filters on Wi-Fi. So just gonna have to do Starboy. That's fine. And of course, they might change if they don't fit. So now let's move on to our next pick, 7 to 11. Starmie is not the greatest special wall breaker. It is something. But this next one is a pretty good special wall breaker. When you have 145 special attack, yes, you are a special wall breaker. Enter Chandelure. Fire Ghost. Excellent offensive typing. Great move pool on Chandelure. I know it's going to really be doing the same job as Starmie, but gets Haze. Good stop setup. Energy Ball, nice. Starmie doesn't get good grass coverage. It gets grass in that, but that's not the greatest thing. It pretty much gets the coverage that Starmie doesn't get. Like, it gets dark coverage, it gets ghost coverage, it gets a solid grass coverage, it gets fire coverage. Starmie doesn't get those. Chandelure is able to patch those up nicely, and Flash Fire with the fire immunity is nice. And I didn't have a Fairy Resist up until this point in the draft, as you've seen. Chandelure does give me a Fairy Resist, and I draft another one later on. You can actually see it right here. So, even Nightshake, if you're nice. I can see sub-lefties. Even Fat Chandelure is pretty good. I've seen it used fairly well. I've seen a lot of people use Fat Chandelure well. And I can even try to run it as like a fairy check. So Chandelure pretty much here because it gets the coverage that Starmie doesn't. And has 145 base special attack. Same speed as Dragonite as well. Even Calm Mind Chandelure is nice too. So that's pretty much it on Shandy. It's essentially here because, yeah, coverage that Starmie doesn't have, okay speed, and Fairy Resist. And Ghost is a really good offensive typing in this generation. Speaking of which, I don't have a Ghost Resist either, nor a Pursuit Trapper. I wanted Sneasel up until this point as my Pursuit Trap. Pheromosa hates bulky ghosts. So on my list of priorities, I knew I needed a Pursuit Trapper. I wanted Sneasel because it could add on to my offense. But Sneasel got sniped. But this was still on the board I think we're on round 8 now. This was still on the board round 8, Alolan Muck. GG, it is MV, which is going to be my Muck's name. Shout out to MV. I have your core, Dragonite, Alolan Muck. So yeah, we have Alolan Muck here. Really nice mon. Gluttony's really nice with the Figgy Berry. Restore a ton of health. Get you an extra life with this. Poison Dark is a really good defensive typing. You only have one weakness in ground. Gives me a... Dark is one of the few types this generation that resist Ghost. I believe the other is Normal, which is immune. So it does give me a Ghost check. Pursuit Trap. This thing can Pursuit Trap. 105 HP with 100 speed def. This thing is very bulky on the special side. It's just very bulky in general. Priority, Shadow Sneak. What's not to like about Alolan Muck? Two good abilities here, Poison Touch and Gluttony. I'm not sure if this is released, but this could really be interesting. Like, let's say you kill an Ultra Beast. You get BEASHT Boost with Alolan Muck. That would be really nice. Pretty good move pool as well. Gets poison coverage, dark coverage, it's his stabs. Fire coverage as well. I can run a Fire Blast set to surprise a Mega Scizor, but I'm pretty sure this thing gets elemental punches. No, it doesn't. Because I see HP Ice used. Curse can even work as well for this thing. Really nice mon. Always was a big fan of Little Muck, and now I finally get to use it. And my next two picks here, I essentially took them both because I realized up until this draft, my only rockers were Donphan, and my only rocker was Donphan. I realized up until this point, I know Muck gets toxic spikes, but rocks are definitely more important than like toxic spikes or spikes. So enter Steelix and Mesprit. These two I essentially took for the same purposes. They are rockers. Steelix is actually my other Zmon because I didn't know what to make for my third Zmon. I didn't want to make Pheromosa my Zmon because most of the time it's either going to be choiced or sashed. I'm really never going to run a Z move on it. So I just decided to make Steelix my last Zmon. It's a really good move pool. Gets Rockhead, Sheer Force, Sturdy, nice abilities. I really only took it because it's another Fairy Resist and it gets rocks. And it was tier 5, which I needed. Mesprit I essentially took for the same reason as Steelix, except even though it's not a Fairy Resist, I didn't want Uxie because it was a tier 3, and I wanted a Alolan Muck for that free slot. So I wanted Mesprit filled my tier 4, gets rocks, it can be a nice lead with U-turn. Healing Wish is even nice because I don't have a Cleric on this team. So Healing Wish is nice on it as well. Very good move pool, good stats. So yeah, really Steelix and Mesprit I just took because they're rockers. They're rockers in tiers that I needed. And to round out my draft, I didn't have a grass, so I decided to take Lilligant. Lilligant is a good setup mon. Give me another setup option with Quiver Dance, Sleep Powder potential. Just really grass spam could really screw someone up. Especially when it's coming from a base 110 special attack Lilligant. And Lilligant gets an ability called Own Tempo, which prevents confusion. So I could spam Petal Dance with this thing. That's crazy. Petal Dance is essentially a grass-type outrage. So let's just say, imagine Garchomp that clicks outrage and doesn't get confused. That's Lilligant. And I can set up Quiver Dance. I can put something to sleep, set up Quiver Dances. This is a really fun mon. I always wanted to try it out, and now I get to. So yeah, that's your ICBA Season 1 Alabama Crimson Surf. I feel confident in this team. Oh, nicknames for these mons. Chandelure is gonna be Sia. I wanna swing from the chandelier. Steelix is gonna be named, damn it, I never really had a good Steelix nickname. You know, let's just name it after Pokemon because of the strong jaw. Pokemon MD. Just because of strong jaw. Steelix got that jawline though. Mesprit is going to be named Dieting because Mesprit is the being of willpower. There's a lake trio. Mesprit's the being of willpower. Uxie's the being of knowledge, and Azelf's the being of emotion. So I normally name Mesprit Dieting because you need willpower to diet. I always name Uxie Knowledge, and I name Azelf Feelings because it's the feels. Azelf I normally name the feels because it's the feeling of being of emotion. And Lilligant is going to be named Prom Night because it looks like it's on its prom night. So yeah, those are your ICBA Season 1 Alabama Crimson Surf. Looking to be a great season. It is a Wi-Fi league, but shout out to my boy Johnny GB, who's the commissioner of the league. He volunteered to record my battles because I don't have the capture card. I am able to gen. I have Jenners, so I didn't need to worry about that. The only problem was I don't have a capture card. But my boy Johnny's going to record my battles for me, which is really nice. They'll be uploaded here. I believe the first battle will go up. It'll be our first battle against 6-Foot Hacks will be up on April 17th. So be on the lookout for that. Spanic out. I will see you guys when I get 6-0'd by 6-Foot Hacks.